What's this then? This is Magical March.
Or March Madness. We were going to call it March Madness.
I'm being a bunny.
Is it madness or is it magical?
That's
the
it's
question.
Both.
So
that's what we've decided. We are both magical and March.
Mad.
And mad. We're all three. So we're going to let you know what we've got on the agenda, what we've got in our bag of goodies for you that's coming up in March, as we're getting close to the end of this course, which we're going to be having 1 week off.
I was just the light I'm playing with, sorry. I know we've got a big heart shape there, but I was just thinking.
Can you see the heart behind us?
When I move, we've got more. It's just the light.
I look like I've played with it. A whole halo. I'm an angel. Look, my wings.
So, well, first of all, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been with us online for the last, it's nearly 12 months now. Thank you so much. It's thanks to you that we're actually still here and with you online, and the everybody is there. So thank you so much. It's so appreciated. So big thank you for everybody. If you've just tuned in, there's usually a thing at the top that says StreamYard. Click on that. It doesn't take any information at all, but what it does do is allow me instantly to see your name on the thread. So even my contact lenses,
Ruth,
we've got Ruth and Lulu. The other people, all we've got there is it just says Facebook user. So I'm sorry I've got a thing, but thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for
sticking to it, being sustaining that energy and effort. And on that note, there's going to be you're going to find out all about it, but we've been finding out all the different things that people have been doing in terms of making that effort to make space and commitment and time, and it's really a fabulous thing. So you'll find out all about that when we get the newsletter out.
Yeah, Marika's working on a newsletter for that, but it's amazing, isn't it? Just so much respect. We've had also our challenges, as you've seen, but I appreciate that all the challenges for technology for yourselves as well. And also, what do you put in place for that, for that consistency, and actually, bookmarking us, putting us in your diary. It's a very different experience than coming to the studio, being able to manage your time and clear space and everything. So
well done. Yes. Well done, and keep at it. And it's difficult. It's not an easy thing to do, even when it's just coming to the studio. Lots of people can't manage to structure their time to bring themselves the space and the time that they need for their own selves, for their bodies. So well done to you for doing it, even as
that willingness, intention.
Yeah, and to allow yourself to put yourself at some sort of priority in your own body and mind, yourself, your whole soma, which benefits. Because hopefully, even though we're not together, we like to think we're creating, and from the feedback we understand from you guys as well, that we're creating community, we're creating a group of non-judgmental mad people who are going to jump around and do weird things and have jolly fine time and take absolutely no notice of this silly pandemic. So with that in mind, we come on to we'll tell you first of all when we're coming back.
Yeah, well, so yes, we're coming back. That's why it's called, the clue is in the title. That's March Madness or Magical March. Is the 1st of March is when we're going to come back. So we've just got 1 week break. So those of you members, plus obviously you've got access to all of that past material. However, if you are a live 6 people, and I have had people messaging me already, is it possible to extend that length of time so that they can have catch up? Now, the way to do that, and some of you have already worked that out, the way to do that is the course finishes this Saturday. If you buy your next course, sorry. We're on week 5, correction.
Week.
Don't panic. We're on week 5. We've got 1 more week. We've got 1 more week. Thank you for that one. We've got 1 more week. And the course will then finish on that weekend.
Yeah.
If you want extended time during that week break off, if you buy the next course that weekend, you will then continue to have access. It happens automatically on the website, but if you're on Facebook, I will let you have that extra week length of time, and then there'll be a cut-off, and then that course gets removed, and you then will automatically just run straight into the next course. So if you do want that extra week to sort of run and catch up, buy your next course early, the week early, and you will continue to get an extra week access of it just free.
Yay.
So that's your first thing. Yeah. So then our courses, what have we got coming up for you on March then? So this is our Magical March Madness. So Live 6, first of all. So the Live 6, as you know, the times that consists of our Mondays 7:15, our Wednesdays 9:45, and our Saturdays 9:45 is our Zoom dance. So my Mondays I've been running with this course is the Soma Spirals. Now, I've been having a huge amount of brilliant feedback from that, and this has been evolving not only just from 2 years, but actually the whole extended time of my work in this. It's like a lifetime of work, really. And when people sometimes come to the Pilates classes, they say, this isn't like Pilates that I've ever done anywhere else. And basically that's because Pilates is only a small part of everything else that I've trained in and experimented with over a couple of decades. It's probably getting on to my age now. It's probably getting on 3 decades. Is that
22.
now? Three decades worth of knowledge that I've put together. And it's really, really exciting that what's happening here. And the Soma Spirals is about fascia. So your fascia is a whole way of looking. Fascia is something that traditionally they used to just cut away at and just take that out and throw it away and then look at the muscles and the bones. Okay, but actually the way we move and the way that we're structured is not about the muscles and the bones. The fascia, is this. If you're a meat eater, you'll see particularly on chicken, you see it quite well. It's this skin that tends to go around it. But what it is it lines and forms every single tissue in the body. It lines and through it and internally, and it's like a web, a network web inside it. And everything gets formed in utero, and every creation we are formed in utero, and everything in life is formed. It begins in spirals and moves out. So the whole way we naturally move is in spirals. So all the dance that we teach naturally incorporates a lot of the spirals in with it automatically, and that's a lot of our training that we've done over that's again got to be like 15, 20 years, that 20 years, 20 years. That me and Joe have done together. That's like you start to lose track.
Who knows?
A couple of decades of track. Is all about this spiraling motion. So I'm so excited about the spiral work that we're doing. I'm wanting to therefore continue to work with this for you as this new body of work. Now, what I'd like to do is this coming Monday at 6:30, I'm going to do a Zoom call. I did mention this at the end of last class. And any of you, no matter which class you do, if you'd like to join in that Zoom call on Monday at 6:30, you can join it via the website. On the menu button, there is something that then says Zoom classes. You'll see other Joe's classes, and then you'll see one where I'm on there. Click on that, it's free, and join me on Monday coming at 6:30. And it's just a chat about sort of like the Soma Spirals that I'm working with and how you found it. But also I know some people, I want to form this, basically I want to develop this with you. So I want to know what's been going on in your body. I've had some absolutely amazing feedback about people saying that it's brought ranges back into their shoulders and hips that they would never have dreamed of. In terms of like spending, money on physios and things like this over the years. I've had quite a few messages coming in. But if there's anything in terms of that's not working for you because of our postures, I'd like to work with you. So say, for example, you're finding it difficult to roll the head because of your head's not resting on the ground. Come and communicate with me and let's see how we can create this together and move this into what's happening for the next course. So the Monday 7:15, I'm also going to be working with the principles, if any of you remember those from ages ago. So some of the principles are surrender, which is the first one, support, so they work hand in hand. A lot of them work in pairs. So you've got support and surrender. We've then got pandiculation, which you'll know quite a lot of from Joe, which is all based in somatics, which is what we're working with. We then work with flexibility, mobility, strength, stability, and agility. So we're going to be working through those principles as well as exploring through more into this spiraling movement on the Mondays. Again, if you've got any questions, please come and join us. So that's the Mondays.
That sounds great.
At 7:15. I'm so excited with it as a body of work because it will be then transitioning even more into some of the dance that I'm now creating. That's going to be up and coming. So the next live 6, we've got Mondays and then we've got Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning, and that's with me, and that's the somatic yoga. And we're working again on the essentials. So with this course, we've done essentials and we've split it down by body parts, and we've had a lot of really nice feedback, and it's helped a lot of you. And obviously it builds over the course of 6 weeks so that you've had all the different body parts to go through. So we're going to do that again with a completely new set of exercises because there's so many really good somatic exercises. And I'm picking out new ones. I'm going to go through the body parts just exactly as I did this time, but it's part 2. It's a continuation. So the parts, because when we work somatically, all of the work that we do is cumulative. It's not the sort of thing you go in and you can get it straight away and then that's all there is to it. There's very much layers of moving and ways of moving over time that are going to develop that will only happen given natural time because they're cumulative. One thing builds upon another. So that's what we're going to do. And the main focus of this course of 6 essentials is going to be self-referencing. So we're going to move into deep self-referencing, which is really useful with all of the classes that we do. That's the root of what we're doing. That's the somatics of it, is that it's rooted inside of yourself and it's bringing your mind and the focus of your mind into self-referencing. So we're going to really major on that through that course. I'm going to do the core, center, moving from center and what the somatic process is. Week 2 is neck and shoulders, and we're going to do conversations with your body. Week 3, pelvis, hips, knees, this whole area that is based around the core, but then extending down through the pelvis and the hips to the knees, each infecting each other. And the week after that, we're going to do the whole of your back so that you can link all those bits together. In with that, I'm going to link in a little bit of self-massage, which I'm just bringing in at the end of this course that I'm doing at the moment as a bit of an extra. And so I really invite you to find yourself either tennis balls or lacrosse balls, or if you can get them, spiky balls. Imagine I've got those yellow spiky balls. They're quite nice and soft. They've got spikes on.
If people want a link for where to get those from, the peanut-shaped balls are not very expensive at all. They're only about £3 off eBay.
All right, okay. So the peanut ones look like this.
Yeah.
And I've got these as well. So the good thing about this one is that when we do the whole body, you can put it down your spine and it lifts away from the bony part of the spine that you wouldn't want to massage over and put your body weight on. And that does it for you automatically. If you have 2 balls, you put one either side of your spine and work your way through.
They're a little bit firmer and hard. So if you want something softer, it's the red and yellow ones, and they are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
But I can give you a link to those if anybody wants to.
So if you haven't got the spikes, it's not quite so good, but it's pretty good just to use a tennis ball or something like that.
Tennis balls are good.
Tennis balls are really good. The only reason they're not quite so good is when we use the spikes for the feet, that the spikes really help. But again, see how you go. Maybe treat yourself. These are only £3 or £4, and the little spiky balls that are quite squishy are about £8. Okay, so see how you go. We'll bring them in. I'll show you how to use them properly. I find them invaluable and I use them most days at home to give myself a little
Yeah, if you're doing the posture brain reset, have one underneath your table when you're at your office chair.
Absolutely.
Take your shoes off and just be rolling and it's like
and never explain or apologise as to why you have spiky balls under your desk. Just say energy body. And they'll know. They'll know. So that's our Wednesday. So it's a real, oh yeah, that was going on whole spine. And then week 6 is going to be a top to toe integration, which I will then give you a daily practice, top to toe daily practice, which is then, as you've just heard, available for you for the week following the course if you buy the next course. Okay, so as soon as you click on to buy the next terms, you'll get the whole of that this course that we're doing next for you for another whole week, and I will also give you the daily routine, which we may well put out separately as well, so that you can get a routine that you might want to do that's top to toe for every day if you want it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to be filming it till beginning of April, so we'll have to wait on for that one. We'll build up to it, and that'll be where we are with that one. So I'm really looking forward to that, because that's gone really great, this course. So that's the Wednesday morning, 9:45, Live 6 channel, starting week commencing 1st of March. So I'll be on the Wednesday. Then Saturday, we're doing Live 6.
So Saturday is Monday night, Wednesday morning, Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, Live 6. Guys, we're doing Zoom, live Zoom again, because that's going really well. We're gradually getting there. With an emphasis on the gradually, but hey, that's how we like it.
But what's really nice is it's really lovely for us to see your faces. Yay. And I'm sure it's really, really good for you to all see each other as well. So that time. So it does start at 9:45. Do give yourself ample time to get on there rather than arriving at 10. And then panicking because it's this and that's not set up. So, and it does give you a chance. If you're a little bit camera shy, you can keep your camera turned off or face it to the ceiling as some people do. That's perfectly okay as well. If you're still not sure about that, just leave your camera off and that's fine and just join us. But the next one,
just put it on when you want to have a chat there, and you don't have to be dancing. So it's really flexible. It's up to you. It is nice to be able to have a little chat with the other people who've come in to like the virtual room, if you like, so that you can have a little chat with them. And people have said they really enjoy that.
So what have you got for us?
Yay! We've got Happy. It's the combination of songs that make up the routine Happy, which, as usual, I'm going to fiddle with and play with and bring you some new bits and pieces. But Happy is somatic dance, which means we're going to move from the inside out, focusing our attention on being embodied in our bodies, moving from center. And the idea is to embrace the possibilities of good things, embrace the possibilities of celebration, embrace the idea that we're just going to arrive and then we're going to do whatever we need to do to dance ourselves happy. Okay, so it's going to be a good jiggle, a good wiggle, and hopefully a good giggle. We'll have a right good laugh. We'll have a nice chat. We'll do the moves. It's some lovely music.
What music have you got?
I've got Happy by Pharrell Williams. Happy, that one.
Oh, I like that. Was that the...
Yeah,
I like that one. That's a magic moment of mine. I really remember something.
You can see it's going to be as mad as a March hare, but there we go. It's all good fun. So that's going to be Happy. Then we've got Wonderful Life by Black. It's a wonderful, wonderful life. No need to run or hide. That one. What else we got? We got Sunshine, spelt Sunshine with a Y, by Dario G, which is us playing great big kettle drums, not actually, but pretending. Big drums like boom, 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 which is a lot of fun as well. And the other one that you might remember if you've done this one with me before is The Wonders of the World by Ladysmith Black Mambazo, which is the guys who were with, what's his name, Paul Simon in Gracelands. So that's a really lovely tune. I've got another couple of new ones that I'm going to be bringing in, but we'll tell you all about that at the time. And also with this, this happy Zoom experience, what we're going to do is...
Is that because you're not happy?
I'm very happy.
Oh, it's like very happy.
I'm very happy.
I thought
happy.
happy. I was going to say the reason why I was interested in this one is because it's that playing with sometimes.
I'm so happy.
Well, yeah, but also it's that act of acting as if.
Acting as if.
Acting as if can be works.
Powerful.
Works.
Stuff.
As does also being genuine. So if you don't feel happy, it's perfectly acceptable. So one of the most freeing moments I ever had was it was on a belt on our Neo belt training. I don't know if you remember, this was just a long time ago, and I really didn't want to do that. And it was so freeing to be able to stand at the front of the crowd and I had a scowl on me. I was just like, I'm going to do this. And actually to allow myself to actually dance in a really genuine, and again, we have this no judgment. And I know you're at home now, so when you do Zoom, if you've got your camera turned off, we won't see you. But in class, it's that whole thing of non-judgment. You don't have to come in. If you're feeling sort of really like that, there's no point sometimes if it's going to be really genuine, and just do a really happy and grumble on things and allow it. And if you allow that, and that's how, if you watch toddlers and things, their emotions just go, they're just all over them. And that's because it's in the moment. It's when you cling to it and hang on to it. I know that's a very simplified way, but it does allow you to move through it in the dance. So it's
totally.
So if you're not feeling, and I think that's why that was happy, if you're not feeling happy, showing up, being there and give yourself, and even if that's being grumpy and fed up, not really wanting to do it at all, I'm putting the camera on and sitting there and going, well, I'm just going to think, but moving. And the most efficient way to move through those emotions is to move your body. Emotion, it's energy in motion. Move it through, and it really is. It's like when you want things, it's just to keep that going. So
it's like a lovely hot shower or a spring shower, just moving your body, getting all your atoms moving, getting everything bumping against each other inside you will make a difference in your emotions. Just being able to express, being able to get rid of anything that you don't want, and being able to, even if it's pretending to get yourself into a happy position, your brain, the chemicals in your brain does not know you're pretending, okay? So when you put a big smile on and we mess about, even if actually inside you are not feeling brilliant, the fact that you have and do all that, the chemicals will be loosened and be running around your brain, which will help you to actually feel more harmonious towards happy rather than low. So it's a game changer, it's a mood changer, whatever mood you come into it with, we don't care. How you present is how you present, that's completely fine. And then we work with that. So with that in mind, what I'm going to do is what I've been doing the last couple of weeks, and we've had some really nice feedback, is on the Wednesday of the week, that this class is on the Saturday, on the Wednesday, straight after I've done the 9:45 Live 6 Essentials Yoga, I'm going to do and film a short bit about each of the classes that I do that make the 6, that make the course of happy. So each part of it will look at something different. It might look at your foot placement. It might look at what you do with your hands. It might be what we do in terms of our posture and our core turning, twisting. It's definitely going to be about doing things at different levels, whether you want to do things very small and gentle, or whether one day or another you're feeling really big and you want to be really explosive with your energy. We're going to work with all of that working with how high, how low, whether we use the core, all the elements that we look at when we create a dance, and the difference between what I teach you on week 1 and what you can get to when you get to week 6, when you have a deeper understanding of what we're focusing on each week. So that'll be every week. I've just done one just now about the highs and the lows and the levels with the dance that I'm teaching at the moment, which is Joy.
So that's going to be every Wednesday at
Every
11
Wednesday
o'clock.
at 11 o'clock. In addition to that, before we even come back, I'm going to film for you a short workshop on happy. And I'll be able to let you know what the inspiration of it is, what the background of it is, and how I've built up each class, what I'm aiming to do with each tune, and a little walkthrough so that you've got an idea in your brain and already forming in your body before you even do week 1. And that's going to stay there for you. That's going to be there through the whole of that course. So at any time, you could always go back and say, well, I don't know what she was doing. Oh, I'll have a look on that tune. It was that, and that's what it is. And then you can let your brain rest when you come to class and just enjoy, deal with what you want to deal with in the classroom to get yourself to wherever you might want to be, hopefully happy, with a real happy and not happy.
Well, I think where this has come from, this is our 11 o'clock. This was our principal 11 in one of our belts. It's like how we remembered it. We'll have to go on.
We can't remember what it was.
So this is our 11. So this is, remember this.
I think
this
it's
is 11
something
o'clock.
like-
You need to remember 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock Wednesdays and 11 o'clock Tuesdays on the next course. I'm going to be dipping my toe in for you for a dance break. So we're going to do just one track, so you'll have to be there and catch it. Just one track. It's going to be on the open channel on this one. One track, 11 o'clock, all the way through the course. So if you want quick dance breaks, get yourself up there, and I'm going to be throwing. If you've got requests, there'll be some new ones in there as well. So it's a really nice one. It's along the themes of the posture brain reset. As I was been over the last course putting together all the posture brain reset things, is that I can break those down for you. And what we did in the posture brain reset is we looked at eyes moving around, peripheral vision, how you can reset sort of like, you know, the movement in the neck, sort of this expansive here, this movement and opening up. Basically, everything we do in the dance. Yeah. So a posture brain reset, even though I can break it down and put it in sections, we're now going to put that into movement and dance, which is what we do all the time. So the posture brain reset, it was at lunchtime. It's now going to be 11 o'clock. We'll keep everything at the 11s. 11s. That's Bilbo Baggins, isn't it? 11s. What happened tonight? 10s. It's like I like my food. It's like 11s.
11s and 12s and 1s. Oh,
so remember your 11 o'clock Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then what else have we got going on? So
we'll also on what have you got on the plus on a Tuesday?
On the plus, so Tuesday mornings on the plus page. This course we've been focusing on shoulders, upper body. So this next course I'm going to be going back down into hips. It will sort of pull into the continued focus more of soma spirals. So I'll actually detail that more now, a lot more into the hips. So it'll be whole hips on a Tuesday mornings, lower body, and how we spiral from the base upwards, which is going to be a really interesting focus. Yeah, so that's Tuesday mornings. And then Thursday mornings is going to remain, it's the same but different. So that is our Pilates Essentials. We have been evolving that. I've been using the roller much more. I think as far as I can see, nearly all of you now on Members Plus have got rollers. We've done some great moves now with that Pilates Essentials on the roller. I'm going to continue, keep exploring different ways of how we work with that. So that's a good session for you to recap all your Pilates and explore more. And then the Thursday evenings, I've moved it back to 6 o'clock. We did slightly different. It's always at 6 o'clock on a Thursdays. That's evolving again. It was called Strong Base and Core. but it's now, if anybody did last week's session, this is right through now into public. So it's a challenging week. Valeria called it Tenacious Thursdays.
Oh.
So Thursdays at 6 o'clock.
Tenacious Thursdays.
Yeah. If you want to sort of like,
Thursday is a Thor day.
It is.
Thor.
It is, indeed. So if you want a challenge, if you've been working through everything else we've done for the whole week, sort of like the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesdays and the Thursdays, by the time you get to Thursday night, I've had feedback say that it's a really nice warm-up if you do all those sessions Thursday night, and even if you don't, if you're looking for something that's a real challenge, those Thursday nights, 6 o'clock, I'm really enjoying those as well now. So, and then on Friday mornings, I'm still doing my 10-minute walk well at 9:45 in the mornings. So that when we eventually are allowed back outside, that we're going to be taking that back off again as soon as we possibly can on those Fridays. Those of you who've watched, thank you, Lulu, and I know there's a few others that have been watching those walk wells. The subjects for those are really diverse. So the subjects for the walk well that I'm teaching are everything from mindfulness walking, expansiveness we've covered, just a little bit more sort of sensing of how you can have that relationship to nature, right through to really practical tips. So physically, how you can be looking at your walking technique, 2 tips of like keeping warm and staying dry, and I'll have to credit where that comes from. That's my dad's book, and I'll have to give a little bit of a plug for that. But in terms of, what you're wearing, how you wear that, and everything, and maybe little bits of history tips in there as well. Again, that comes from my dad's keeping dry, staying warm things. So the recent one I didn't get around to telling you all on Friday because I had my little fall over. But what was coming was going to tell you, it was all about hoods because of the weather. It was all about hoods, and when you buy a jacket, the most important thing that people don't take notice is how your hood fits and all the adjustments. Oh. And that, did you know that the word anorak originally comes from the Alaskan Inuit word, which means against the wind, which means a hooded jacket. In Alaskan Inuit language, that's where the word comes from. So look out for Fridays walk wells at 9:45 for lots of like interesting information from there. So that's the Friday, and then I've got Wednesday evening,
and that's again on the Plus channel. Okay, and that Wednesday evening is it's a let's set off whatever you've been doing in the day. Let's just relax and teaching you to set off your own relaxation response. So whatever's happened to you in the day, it's happened, you've ended up perhaps not quite as relaxed as you might. That's my middle line, and that's me not being relaxed up here. And then I'm going to teach you how to engage the relaxation response, which its job is to soothe and calm and bring you back to this level stasis. And then I will do some guided relaxation and meditation that will take you into just a bit lower towards sleep, but not sleep. The idea is that you relax completely, everything lets go. I'll do a number of little exercises so that you don't need, it's not like a class where you're going to be doing work. This is where all your body is going to be doing is finding relaxation. We're going to move and stretch out the bits of you that might be a little bit sore. Target the places that can be sore by the end of the day from whatever you've been doing, sitting, driving, walking, working, whatever it might be.
I like your levels there, because that literally was heart level. I don't know if you realised, and this hand was in your brain. This was brain level. It's like coming down into heart, into place, which is where we need to be resting, so that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was an accident, but that was good, wasn't it? I'll say it wasn't. No, I planned that. So it's for easy evenings and sumptuous slumbers. Lots of people are coming along to it in their home, obviously, in their jhanas. I recommend blankets and pillows so that you can prop yourself and get into comfortable positions. If your limbs don't quite lay where you want them
You
to
have
lay.
to do. I've got one of those. I've got a super king size bed, mate.
No,
So it's like I can do it. Yeah, it's one of those like
you can do it, but you cannot pandiculate on a bed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you need a flat surface so that you, sorry about that, so that you can get the feedback from your body into your brain. And that's really important because that's the bit that makes the difference. That's why when we lengthen and release the muscles somatically, they don't just boing back where they were. They are gradually, and it's cumulative, changed by engaging your mind and working with the stretches and the releases that you do from the inside out. So it's different to just stretching and then it bounces straight back. And that is the main difference. It's this old boy up here getting going and working with your body that creates a reset and a repattern that is different to it was before, and which grows cumulatively for your comfort and entertainment and enjoyment. So that's my Wednesday evening. We're going to be looking at various breathing exercises and meditations so that you've got lots of tools in your toolkit if you need to bring yourself down into this stasis, homeostasis, which is what that system we're kicking off, this relaxation response system does. It calms everything, soothes everything, and then leaves you ready for a lovely rest, lovely evening, or just straight to bed. As plenty of you are doing, I'm told. So that's what's happening on a Wednesday evening. Breathing techniques, self-soothing, nice stretching, very, very easy and enjoyable. And I'm using theta music, which is a theta wavelength of music. I'm doing wavelengths.
I shared a link on that on the
yes.
If people want that music for themselves, and just ask me.
Yeah, as Heather says, she's got links for that music. It's theta, and that is a relaxation wavelength, but it's not going to make you go to sleep. If you're really exhausted and you lay down and do this class, you will go to sleep. But the idea is not that you go to sleep and then go to bed and can't sleep. The idea is that I take you to a place where you're really relaxed just before you've switched over into sleep, so that you can stay in that nice relaxed level for however long you want before you sleep, rather than going to sleep on the floor in your living room, waking up 2 o'clock in the morning freezing cold. That's not what we want. And that's the difference between the theta music that we're using and say delta music, which is much more deep sleepy type wavelength. And you can find those on various places, and Heather's already posted some links, and if you need links to music so that you've got it for yourself to play it, then we can put it up there for you so you can follow it.
And you've got your Saturday morning.
Saturday morning is the Zoom.
No,
for the live 3, and then following that, not yet, is on the Plus channel. We've got our top to toe, and that's at 11 o'clock. And it's a top to toe, wonderful weekend wake up with focus on extension and support using the roller. There are lots of exercises that we do in yoga, somatic yoga, traditional yoga, where you need, oftentimes, in order to get into those positions and to train your body towards those positions, you might need a little bit of extra support. And the roller is just brilliant for this. And we've been working through with the roller. So I'm going to continue with that. Most of that work that we do with the roller is also training from the core. It's giving you a strong core stability. So that's part of the focus of using the roller. And we use it for things like a supported plank. And various other exercises. The progression this course, we've been working very much to getting, if that's the roller, laying on the roller and getting a shoulder stand, and then some people are rolling up into their shoulder stand off of the roller. Some people are staying there with their legs just dangling. This is my legs dangling there. Can you see that? Legs dangling. There they are. They're my legs. And we're going to move into doing a plow position also on or off the roller. If you're on the roller, you stay on the roller and your legs start to bend over your head, and I'll work through that with you. If you're strong enough that you're off of the roller, then it's a freestanding bend over. It's a deep forward bend backwards. Gives you loads of benefits, particularly a lot of benefits around the neck and shoulder for tension. But it is said, that you are the age of your spine, and wellness intrinsically comes from the wellness of your spine. If your spine isn't right, it throws everything off, even your digestion. So it's a really great exercise that's going to look at the whole of the spine, particularly neck and shoulders. It is a progression. You don't need to be off of the roller. I will teach it both ways for those of you who want to be up and those of you who are not quite there yet. I'm also going to do a couple of other new ones. One is a somatic pigeon position, and we're going to use the roller for that. A somatic triangle, which is more of a side bend, and we're using a roller for that as well to help us to roll out nice and easy. And a somatic bow position, which is really for opening the whole of the front of the body. And if that's my head, the body arcs that way, and we make a bow position to particularly target through the psoas, which runs from your back, at the back, through your hips and down into the inside of your thighs. It sort of loops its way through, and so it's a muscle that attaches the top and bottom and can get very tight and cause a lot of issues of tightness around your low back, into your thighs, into the front of your hips. So we're going to work on that one as well. Nice and gentle, nice and easy. A journey of exploration is what it's going to be on a Saturday morning, and that's directly following the dance, and that's at 11 o'clock on the Plus channel. And you need your roller, and if you haven't got a roller, maybe a rolled up blanket. It's not quite as good.
I think we've got nearly everybody.
Hopefully most of you have invested.
Everybody's got them now, I think.
The other thing you might want to think about investing is a spiky ball or two. This is a peanut one like I showed you earlier. But a spiky ball or two, or your tennis balls, or one like that. Because I'm going to also do a complete massage through your body with the balls.
That's on a Saturday as well?
That's on a Saturday morning. So once you come down, I'm going to use the spiky ball. I won't use them every week, but they are very useful, and I'm going to be using them on a Wednesday morning occasionally as well for feet and stuff. So it's worth investing in. One of these is 3 or 4 quids. The single ones are a little bit more expensive, but tennis balls also work, so we can use those. So yeah,
I think that's us.
That's us.
So thank you very much. So we're looking forward to that. So just a recap. So we're going to be starting the next course on the 1st of March. We have 1 week off. If you're a Live 6 person and you would like to have access to this current course during the 1 week break, the tip is buy your course early and you will still have access to this current course while it's still during the week off. And everything. So we're looking forward to all of those things.
Very much.
Yep, this is what we've got going on. So thank you again. Thank you very much for all of your support, all of your wonderful words and everything I do. It's so encouraging, and we're really enjoying it.
Yeah.
We are looking forward. It's been good to see your faces on Zoom. There's been quite a lot of it. We've had quite a few coming on there now.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to see you again on Zoom. So thank you very much, those of you tuned in. I can see that Linda's with us, and I think Ruth tuned in. I can't see who else is there. Let me have a quick look. No, it just keeps saying Facebook people.
Facebook people.
If you actually put on StreamYard, I can actually see who you are. So, but thank you so much.
Looking forward to it.
Ignore my confusion. This is week 5. I don't even know what day it is. Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So we're still here. And then there's one more week.
Indeed.
So
yes.
And look at that blue sky out there. Get out. I know it's meant to be cold. Keeping warm, staying dry. That's the secret. Do your walk wells. Get yourself wrapped up I know you can get those. I'm not familiar with those. Ruth has them. You can get those little things that hook over your boots with like little metal springs on that grip onto the ground better. Or even better, get your Nordic walking poles out.
Oh yes,
that's the one. Get your Nordic walking poles out and get going with those. If anybody, I still have some of those in stock. Please message me if you want Nordic walking poles. I think I've got 3 pairs left.
Ron's a terror, you know. He's been off-piste. Guys, it's like I'm not following the path where all the snow, where everyone's walked, and it's now sliding. I'm like, he's striding off. I'm like, trailing behind in the like wake of the little child that he's made.
So yeah, and it was wonderful to hear so many people messaging me over, you know, the winter who've got the poles off me, saying, you know, they've been able to confidently, you know, walk places where they haven't been before. You know, we've got both the Elizabeth Finn messaged me saying that she was out all over the place. Liz Ty was saying she can get out from it. She was on a really steep hill and she can sort of like get out now with her poles. And Ruth, I know, was sort of like, I saw Ruth the other day, she was out with her poles. So yeah, this is really good. They are fantastic. So yes, they're great support in this icy weather, but they're not just for icy weather, so you won't be wasting your money because they feel like the whole technique of actually upper body, full body. Do you know that sort of Nordic walking, well, Nordic skiing with the things is actually considered the most exertive exercise there is, because it's so engaged
full body,
because you're actually, you know, with the pushing with your arms as well on that. So yeah, that's fantastic. It uses the whole core with, you know, we talked about that spiraling.
Yes.
It uses the whole core with that as well. So yeah, Nordic walking. So get yourself, go and enjoy that. Don't be put off with the cold. Get yourself properly wrapped up. Layers. It's all about layering. Get yourself properly wrapped up. Get yourself some like walking poles or walk somewhere that's, you know, you're okay with it. It's at that balance.
But that was me muffled up then, in case you were wondering what I was doing. I was being like muffled up.
Go and enjoy that weather out there because it looks glorious. Thank you very much for watching. We're hoping to see you this week and next week as well for all our classes. Remember, I've got my Zoom this coming Monday, 6:30. Come and jump in on there. It's free with me, so I can just chat to you so we can evolve this body of work together. Sort of let me know exactly what's happening for you with it. So thank you very much.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.